Hey Storm Shielders, I'm meteorologist Jason Myers. I want to give you a quick update on our severe weather situation today. It is, of course, May 8th. We're looking at a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time, and some thunderstorms have already started to pop up. We may see a watch here fairly soon. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see one of those. Watching farther to the south, we'll get to the potentially severe weather in a moment, but the line of showers and storms spanning from southwest Missouri down on into Texas, I think at worst we're going to see some strong winds. A big watch, probably not likely, maybe a few isolated warnings. The area I'm really interested in is southwest Minnesota and west central northern Iowa right here, where we're already seeing some activity, quite a bit of activity in fact. And these storms, a couple of them have popped up some warnings already, but again, no watches have been issued, and those warnings that did pop up initially were because of hail, and here's why. The Storm Prediction Center has got that bullseye in the southern part of Minnesota, the northern part of Iowa, and notice where those storms are firing up, the exact same spot. What are the biggest threats? Like I said, hail. Here's that bullseye for hail, and then it extends a little farther to the south as well, down into Oklahoma. Tornadoes, though, again, that bullseye in the same general area. Because why they have this issued like this is because this is where we could see some of those supercells developing later today, or really in the next few hours here, as these thunderstorms continue to develop and move off to the north and to the east. The atmosphere is ripe for this kind of thing. We're looking at Cape right now. This is instability in the atmosphere. Right now we're at 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 joules for our Cape, and that's not terribly unstable, but it is unstable enough to start forming a few of those supercells as well. As for the upper levels of the atmosphere, what does the airflow look like? Well, right now we have a big trough digging deep into the southwest and then rising pretty quickly across the middle of the country. So that's why we're seeing a lot of these storms firing up in this general vicinity here. We have the instability, we have the proper wind flow, so that's why we're going to be looking at that potential for severe weather here over the next few hours. And because that airflow is really ridging way up there like that, a lot of warm air is making its way in too. Look at these hot temperatures in the 80s in the Ohio Valley, 90s in the Carolinas, very hot for early May, 70s in just about all of Iowa there, even some 70s in parts of Minnesota. And then behind that, the temperatures drop off pretty quickly, dropping into the 40s behind this front. As for the moisture that we need, it is right there. Dew points in the 60s. That's downright muggy by May standards. So we have the moisture, we have the heat, we have the instability. Now it's just a matter of those storms continuing to fire up and strengthen as we head through the rest of the afternoon. Again, biggest threats, tornadoes and hail. That's what we're going to be seeing over these next few hours and into the early evening hours. Make sure you have your smartphone on you. Download the Storm Shield app. That way you can get those watches and warnings for your exact location, and you won't get any false alerts, and you'll have the extra time you may need to take cover in case there is some severe weather that's headed your way. Also, throughout the rest of the afternoon, follow us on Twitter, Storm Shield app. We'll be keeping you updated on any severe weather that pops up across the country, and of course we're always providing some interesting weather content there as well. Stay safe this afternoon and this evening, and I'll see you next time.